So let's look west towards Norway. Christian, are you there?
I'm here.
Perfect.
I think we'll share as well.
Yeah, perfect. It's
So,
yeah, perfect. You are ready. Just take it away.
Thank you so much. I'm Christian Hoyt. I'm the COO of Tunable. And I'll now walk you through sensors and sensor technology. Thank you so much, Caroline, for pointing out how important it is to have good measurements and the accuracy of data. And our company is all about that. And I'll start with data integrity as data provided through measurements. Without them, we are down to estimation and beliefs. And as you see, this is not a new idea. Lord Kelvin said it. You've probably seen Peter Duckert and know his work on management. And don't forget Grace Hopper, I mean, the mother of technology. Okay, it's not Friday, but to catch your all attention, I would like you to imagine how you would collect data to valuable beverages. You would use your vision to collect color. You would use the nose to collect odors. And finally, you will taste it to figure it all out. We in Tunable has developed a solid state analyzer for multi-gas analysis. And what is good multi-gas analyzer? Well, that's essentially smelling. When we draw air into our nose, we detect various molecules that we associate with odors. The nose can detect several gas molecules at once, so a nose is a miniature nature's multi-gas analyzer. Many sensors are already miniaturized. For example, cameras, pressure sensors, and microphones, but not reliable sensors that can smell. Picking up information from the air by measuring gases will be the next big sensor revolution, providing measurements and data of gaseous content. Our multi-gas analyzers are based on proprietary micro nano technology. We beam selected colors of infrared light through the gas mixture. Molecules absorb the light and the response identifies which gases are present. Gases have unique fingerprints spread out in the infrared light spectrum. It's just like radio stations are spread out in the radio band. And just like a radio can scan to find the radio stations, our chip can scan to find gas molecules. Other technologies predominantly used outside of laboratories have short scanning ranges or are able to measure maybe 1 or 2 gases. And that's like having a radio that can only listen to a single radio station and maybe 2. So let's start how we position ourselves. If you're going to measure gases and can send a sample to a laboratory, there are many good and well-established solutions. If you're going to detect a single gas, gas alarms, there are also many good solutions. So we place ourselves between this. Stable measurements of many gases. We can program our analyzers to take 2, 3, or 10 gases. It's made to be mounted and left alone, providing continuously and trustworthy data stream. We call this a data enabling device. We are reporting emissions at sea, on land, and this is a feedback to the gas exhaust cleaning system, and verifying emissions and the process burn parameters. We control fuel gas as a tool for propulsion control on the sea and power generation on land. We enable the use of new fuels like biogas, ammonia, and mixes of those. We even smell gases within oils and fluids, monitoring transformers, ensuring safe peak loads and optimized safe power distributions. I promise to show some applications going more deeply into and where gas measurements are used today. And on the left-hand side, you see a ship carrying LNG. The interesting thing is that when you carry the LNG, you can use 1 or 2% of the cargo, the boil off from the gas for the engine and the compressors. But it's the quality that is delivered to the aggregates instantly that is important. And a boiler gas changes depending on where they load in the world, how long ago they loaded, the weather, etc. So the gas fed into the engine is not homogeneous. And knowing the fraction of the gases fed into the engines is used for improved timing on the engines, increase the limit where an engine number 2 or 3 is initiated when gas quality is good, increase load on the engine when the gas quality is good, and avoid trip situation, trip to diesel especially. And this is important today, but it becomes even more important when you introduce more next-gen fuels as ammonia, hydrogen, biofuel, etc., etc. On the right-hand side, you see a ship and its kind of polluting abilities. We are reporting emission at sea. By the introduction of scrubber and reduced sulfur level on sea, we made an analyzer and a system that continuously monitored the performance of the scrubber. Now, since we have a programmable device, we're not only measuring SO2, CO2, which is the requirement of IMO, we're also measuring all the GHGs. And that makes a perfect tool to control the emissions, control the verification of the engine, ensure correct maintenance levels, and the use of the cleaning systems within the gas-powered engines. Traditionally, gas analysis has been done in stream. We see tremendous opportunities with collecting gaseous content from surrounding areas, really to smell. First stationary, so in fluids, in motion, and then in motion covering geolocated data. We have this device, which is our next gen device, and I'll show you something that we very find very interesting. So it's still not Friday, but I hope you haven't forgot how we analyzed our virtual beer. This is an illustration of how the tunable nose can detect fumes from fermenting processes and by collecting data. These screens are zoomed out to show you typical data set collected from different levels of beer and made visible. So you're on the left, you see light beer. You in the middle, you see draft beer. There's a little peak on the left, which shows that here the alcohol level is going up. And on the right, you see that predominantly the alcohol level. These screens are zoomed out to show you typical data set collected from different levels of beers. Some characteristics are clearly visible, some are buried, but they all give valuable insight real time in the process. So, do you want to know more? Please let us know. Do you want to learn more about our capability can help you, or would you like to take part in our current capital raise? Please let me know. So, Magnus, yeah.
Thank you. Perfect in time and everything, Christian. So I'll just share with the audience that we got to know Christian and his company in the Industry 4.0 Deep Tech Alliance acceleration program last fall. So it was one of the 18 European companies participating there. And now we work together, which feels great. So let's see if we have any questions from the audience in the chat. I don't see any right now. So I'll ask you the normal question about the financing. So where are you with financing, Christian?
We are in the middle of a round for financing. It's going to be closed this spring, and it looks very good. I've shown you the capability of our technology, and you all know there is a lot of need for accurate gas readings. So we are, I would say, we're not closing, but we are soon to close. And please let us know if you are interested.
Perfect. Yeah, everybody will get access, all the contact details to all the speakers afterwards. So it's quite easy to get hold of people, or otherwise let me know and I'll introduce you one way or another. I have a question for you. I know that there are some quite a lot of opportunities, let's call it, with smell in when it comes to agriculture. And not only with the seed and so forth, but also with the animals themselves, some sicknesses. Are you active in that space at all, or?
I would say we are making a test unit for that. There are two main things on agriculture. It's the methane and it's ammonia. By picking up ammonia scans, you can actually tell there's a number of analyses going on that you can tell how good the animals are cleaned, how many animals there are per square meters, how many how they are growing. And if you combine a couple of gases more, for example CO2, you have a very good view on what the condition of the animals are. If you want to look at diseases, then you are down to often down to bio receptors. So I think it's important to understand that there's a lot of information you can get out of the air by looking at the normal gases, and there's a lot you can get from looking at biospheres. However, when you look at data, continuous data, we believe that you first start, as I showed on the bear example, you first start on the big picture. You first start on the big understanding of a CO2 level, alcohol level, and then you look at the biospheres afterwards.
Yeah. Great. So I think we stop there. Thank you so much, Christian.